Hello, it's me, Kitty, again, and we are still doing Jumpstart to Writing Your First Book. And I am here to share another topic with you guys that's inside of the book. And the topic that I want to share with you guys today is don't ignore the planning and the process. That is very important to writing the book. The planning and the process. Some people just want to write the book and that's it. You have to plan out your book. You have to, when I say the planning, I'm talking about more than just the writing part. I'm talking about beyond the writing part, okay? Planning what you're going to do before you write. The process, go through the process of writing. It can actually be a fun process, okay? If you just enjoy where you are and enjoy what you're writing, and hopefully you are writing about something that you enjoy, and so that way you can have a good time writing. Okay, so I'm going to start off by sharing with you some obstacles that that authors face. And listen, I want you to understand that this is obstacles that every author faces, so you will know that you are not alone with these obstacles. Okay, number one is fear of failure. Listen, to me, failure is not even trying, not even getting started. But if you've gotten started, if you have put the pen to paper, if you have started typing on that computer, you have already got past the hard part. Okay, it's just continuing the process. And so fear of failure is one of them. The second one is not enough time. You've heard that before. Not enough time. You probably said it before. I don't have enough time. Listen, I also have a full-time job, and sometimes I use my lunch break. Sometimes I come home and I just want to get 15 good minutes in or something like that, because your writing does not have to be hours and hours on end. You can take 5 minutes, you can take 10 minutes, however you want. And then the third one is writer's block. We all get writer's block, and that's okay. Don't use it as an excuse to say, I can't finish the book because I have writer's block. What I find is if I get up and walk away and begin to do something different, eventually the thoughts will come back, okay? Whether it's taking a walk or just sitting there listening to some music. Listen, I go wash dishes sometimes and the thoughts start popping back. But if you just get away from it and don't think about it for a while, then when you go back to it, you have some fresh thoughts, okay? And that's what we want to do. We want to have fresh thoughts. And so don't let these obstacles get in the way, okay? Something else I want to share with you is what I learned during the process of writing a book. Okay, so this is some of the processes that I learned. Number one is write with a purpose. Once you figure out why you want to write this book, it gets easier, okay? And so use that as a writing exercise. I believe I said that in an earlier video, that writing exercises is really good. And so use that. Why do I want to write a book? And once you can answer that question, you have your purpose and you can begin to write the book. Number two is realize you do not have to be perfect. There are no perfect authors. There are no perfect books out there. The only thing I know perfect, or the only person I know perfect, is God himself, okay? And so, but there are differences in writers. There are differences in authors. You have the ones that finish, and then you have the ones that don't finish. And I want you to be the one that finishes, okay? And then number three, stop making the excuses. Stop it. Listen, there are many excuses. Y'all know the number one excuse is I don't have enough time. Well, another excuse that I'm running across when talking to people is they say, I want to write a book about, and then they give me the topic and they say, but I'm not an expert or I'm not a specialist. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a specialist. You just have to have some information that the people need. And it's okay that somebody else might have more information than you. That's not the important part. The important part is that you're sharing the information that you know, okay? And that is going to help some people. Look, I know that there are so many more people that can share about writing a book that is more advanced than me, but that doesn't stop me from sharing this information with you guys, okay? And so I don't want you to continue to make the excuses. Number 4 is planning your writing schedule. I want you to plan out, I'm going to do 5 minutes here, I'm going to do 10 minutes here. Like I said before, you don't have to do a whole hour. Some people like to do 30 minutes. It's your time to get away. It's your time to just, you know, and so plan the schedule in your day. You know, you can look at your calendar and say, okay, from this time to this time, I really don't have anything to do. So I'm going to take 15 minutes and I am going to get into my writing. Okay. And then set a deadline. I found that this is very important because when I didn't have a deadline, it was open-ended. Like the book probably still wouldn't be finished, but I set a deadline and I actually finished it. And so it's okay if you push the deadline back maybe 2 times if you have to, but I wouldn't go beyond that because then it's just going to be something that you're always doing, pushing it back. But if you set that deadline, it's really going to be helpful in getting it done, okay? And then one of the things I want you to do is I want you to create a writing space. Creating a writing space is very important, especially for you guys that have kids. You do not want to be writing at the dining room table and the kids are running all around, okay? You want to create an atmosphere that's calming, that's comfortable. You want to, if you're a floor person, you want to go ahead and get your pillows together on the floor. If you're a chair person, you want to make sure that you have a comfortable chair, not a hard wooden chair. You want something really nice and comfortable. Some people want to do the coffee shops. I say no to the coffee shops. But if you have to do a coffee shop, then do it in the hours where they're not really busy. You don't want to do it breakfast or lunchtime where the people are coming in and out, you know, people are talking and laughing, and you want a quiet spot, you want a comfortable spot, you want something where your thoughts can flow without interruption, okay? And then we're on number 7. Number 7 is assign a title to your book. It kind of gives you a basis of where you're going and, you know, what you're trying to do so that you don't be all over the place, okay? I'm not saying that the title won't change, okay? The title sometimes does changes, but I want you to assign a title anyway, even if it's not going to be the title that you keep, okay? And one of the things that I really want you to grab a hold to is this. I really want you to grab a hold to this. The title of your book will have some of the most important words that your book will contain. Okay? Let me say that again. The title of your book has some of the most important words that your book will contain. Okay, so once you come up with a few names, I want you to Google them and I want you to see if somebody else has it, because you don't want to have your book with the same title as somebody else. So you might have to tweak it if somebody else has that title, and that's perfectly fine, okay? But I'm not saying that you have to get rid of it altogether. You might just have to tweak it a little bit. And then finding your method. Listen, we all have different methods. Outline might work for somebody, where the mind map or the book map might work for somebody else. Notebooks and sticky notes might work for somebody else. But what I want you to do is find your method, find out what works for you. It has to be something that you're comfortable with, because my process might be difficult for you and your process might be difficult for me, okay? And so find your process and what really, really works for you, okay? And then this is something that I also want you to share with you guys. Friends do not make good editors. They just don't, unless this is something that your friend does. If this is a specialty of theirs, then by all means, you know, use them. But what I find is a lot of times friends say, oh yeah, this is a good book. Okay, I need more information. And oh yeah, this is a good book. Did I miss a word here? Did it flow? You know, was the order okay? You know, different things like that. And so they don't make good editors because they just don't catch a lot. And so you want to get somebody that this is what they do. Okay, you want somebody that this is what they specialize in. Okay, now after you get the book edited and everything, if you want them to read over it and give you some feedback, that is perfectly fine. But using them as editors and this is not their field, doomed for failure. Okay, so let's not do that. I do want to let you guys know that I do have the Jumpstart to Writing Your First Book. You do know I have this. This is the hard copy, but I do also have it in a downloadable, printable ebook, and that is only $4.99. And you can go to my website and check that out. I will have my website listed down below. And if it doesn't contain everything in here, but it has enough information to definitely jumpstart you. Okay. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I hope I gave you enough information. If you have any questions, by all means, leave it in the comments or go ahead and shoot me an email. You can also go to my website, which is down below. And there's a contact me, and you can put your questions there, and I will answer all questions. And if it's a lot of information, or if it's some information that I feel like I want to share with other people, I'm going to go ahead and include it in the next video. Okay. So with that being said, once again, thank you guys for watching. Leave some comments, hit that like button, share it with some friends. And until next time, thank you guys. God bless you and peace.